Welcome to Satputha Academy. Today we are going to discuss the call by value and call by reference. This is lecture number 2 in the series of pointers in C. So we'll see the difference between call by value and call by reference. So call by value, calling a function by value. So let us say I have this main function. Inside main, I have these two variables. So because of this statement, compiler will allocate 2 bytes for this A and 2 bytes for this B, right? So let's say I have this A here. 2 bytes of memory will be allocated for A, let's say on address 1000 and 1001, and for B on 2000 and 2001. Now let's say we assign A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. So A will get 10, B will get 20. Now what I want to do is I want to swap these two values. After swapping, A will contain 20 and B will contain 10. So how to do this swapping? So I want to do this swapping by using a function. So before swapping, the values of A and B are 10 and 20 respectively. So after swapping, I want A to be 20 and B to be 10. So I'll call a function called as swap. And to this function, I'll pass A and B. So essentially what I'm telling to this swap function, take this A and B and interchange the values of A and B. So after swapping, after calling this swap, I will be printing printf values of A and B, or A is equal to %d and B is equal to %d A comma B. So this is after swapping, right? Hoping that after swapping I'll get A as 20 and B as 10. So let us see the swap function. Here it's swap function, it's a void again. As we are passing two integer values to swap, swap must hold these two integer values in two integer variables, int x comma int y. So when we make this call, A will be copied in x and B will be copied in y. So memory will be allocated for x and y as well. So let's say here is the memory allocated for x, because x is a different variable. So memory will be allocated 2 bytes of memory. It's an integer variable. So let's say it is allocated on 3000 and 3001 location. And for y, the memory is again allocated on 4000 and 4001 location, right? So that is memory allocation for x and y. When we make this call, A is copied in x, so that is value of A. This 10 is copied in x, and this B is copied in y. So this 20 is copied in y. Value of B, right? So we are copying this values. We are copying values, and now to swap x and y, I'll use a temporary variable int temp. Right, so here is the temporary variable. Let's say it is on location 5000. Right. So what I'll do is, for in swap I don't know what is A and B. A and B are known only in main. Here in swap I know only x and y. So I'll use x and y to swap. So the swapping is like this. First I'll copy x in temp, then I'll copy y in x, and then I'll copy temp in y. So that is how I'll do the swapping. So x is equal to so temp is equal to x. So this 10 will be copied here. Now I can override this 10 by copying this 20 by saying x is equal to y. So with this x will get 20. Now x is containing 20 and y is containing 20. Now y has to contain 10, so that's why I will copy this temp in y. So y is equal to temp. That's it. Now when I go back from here to here, I hoped that my a and b are exchanged, but to my surprise, when I print this, I find a again as 10 and b again as 20. The reason is, you can see here, a and b are intact, a and b are unchanged. Whatever changes we made on the Xerox copies of a and b. So these a and b are Xerox copies of this x and y are Xerox copies of this a and b. We are not going to original values, original variables a and b. We are making changes to the Xerox copies. So x and y has become 10 here. X and y has interchanged, right? But a and b are intact, they are not changed, right? So why it happened? It happened because we passed the values, right? So what this function swap did, it created the Xerox copies of those values and made changes on Xerox copies, keeping the original intact. So that's called by value. It is called by value because we are passing the values of the variables, right? In call by reference, we pass this reference, that is address of the variable. So let us see call by reference. Call by reference. Now let's say I have this main function again, void main. Inside this main function, now I have two variables, int a comma int b. And so this will tell compiler to allocate memory for two variables a and b. So here is our a. Let's say memory is allocated on 1000 and 1001 location, 2 bytes of memory. Here is the variable b. Let's say memory allocated for b is on 2000 and 2001 memory location. Let's store something. A is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. So 10 and 20 are assigned to a and b respectively. So a will hold 10, b will hold 20, right? So now what I want to do is, again, I want to swap this a and b. So I'll call swap function. So before swapping, a and b are 10 and 20. So after swapping, I hope that a will become 20 and b will become 10. So this time what I'm doing is I'm passing the reference, that is address of a and b, and I'm telling the swap function, do not make copies, do not create your own copies, but take the addresses, take these addresses and go to those addresses and make changes there. So this will be my call to swap. So I'm sending address of a by using this AND operator and address of b, right? So I'm sending this now, this base addresses of a and b. So I'm not sending values of a and b, right? So after swapping, after calling this swap, I'll print a is equal to %d and b is equal to %d, and I hope a will hold 20 and b will hold 10 after swapping. So a comma b. So let us see the swap function now. Now swap is again void, it will not return anything, void swap. Now to swap, you are passing addresses of two integer type variables. A is integer type variable, B is integer type variable. So to hold address of integer type variable, we require integer type pointer. So I'll declare integer type pointer here, int star p. Now p is a pointer of integer type, or p is capable of holding an address of integer type variable. So I require one more pointer for storing address of b. So int star q. So memory will be allocated for p and q. So here is our p and q. Let's say this is p. So base address of p is, let's say, 3000, and base address of q is, let's say, 4000. Now when we make this call, address of a will be given to p, right? So base address of a is 1000, so 1000 will be given to p, or will be stored in p, and base address of b, that is 2000, will be given to q. So q will hold this address 2000. Right. So now see, we passed this addresses. That means, in other words, p is pointing to a. If pictorially, if I show, it will be like this: p is pointing to a and q is pointing to b. So that is, p is pointer to a and q is pointer to b, right? Now again I'll use temporary variable int temp, right? So I'll say temp is equal to star p this time. See, in swap function I know only p and q. I don't know what is a and b. A and b, the scope of a and b is limited to main function. They are known in main only. In swap I know only p and q, but by using p and q now I can access a and b. So the star p gives me value at address which is there in p. In p, address is 1000, the value at 1000 is 10. So in temp, so let's say this is our temp. So let's say in temp I get 10. Temp is equal to star p is 10, so I get 10 here. Then what I want to do is I want to store this value here, right? So in order to get this value I have to use q pointer. Star q will give me 20, right? And that star q will be given to star p. Star p means this location value at address which is there in p, right? So star p is equal to star q, right? So this star p or pointer p will give me at this location. So the value here is equal to value here. So I'm copying 20 here. With this I get 20 copied here. Now here I want 10, which is there in temp, right? 10 is overwritten here, so I have already stored 10 in temp, so I'll get that 10 from temp. So star q is equal to temp. So that's it. Now in star q means this value is equal to temp, which is 10. Now you see we got 20 here and 10 here. So we did not make change to the Xerox copies, but we went to the actual variables and made changes there. And when I come back to main from here and print those values of a and b, I'll get a as 20 and b as 10. So that is called by reference. In reference we pass addresses, we don't pass values. So I hope this video will help you understand call by value and call by reference. So thanks for watching.